Hi, I'm Jamie with Scissors and Crayons, and I want to talk to you today about guided reading. I don't know if you are like me, a little frustrated that we are still virtual and our students should be further than they are. And I think that's everybody. So we just have to say it's going to be okay. The kids are going to catch up eventually. I am proud of how far my students have come, but I want to keep pushing them, and I am working at different ways that I can make that happen. So I wanted to show you what I'm doing in guided reading. First, let me tell you about my schedule. So I meet with the kids every morning for 1 hour, the whole group, and I talk about phonics, we talk about reading, we talk about math. It's kind of like a whole group just lesson. Then I meet with them, I do small groups after that, and I'll meet with each child in a small group on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday for about 30 minutes. And I switch with my EA. We take turns in putting them in small groups. So then I have like maybe 4 kids in a group at a time. So I meet with them 3 days a week in a small group. And then on Friday, I worked it out where I can meet with them one-on-one, which that is our favorite time. I strongly recommend doing a one-on-one time with your students if possible. So I meet with each child for 15 minutes on Friday. Well, actually, I meet with half of my class on Friday for 15 minutes, and my EA, my educational assistant, meets with the other half for 15 minutes. And then the next week we switch. And we take that time to assess them and see how they're doing in the standards that we're trying to cover. And then so then we know what to work on. And then we also have a little bit of time to really work with them one-on-one and hear them read and see where they're really at. So I love the one-on-one time. But let me show you the tools that I'm using in my small groups and in the one-on-one times. So I usually do like a warm-up of their sight words, and I use this book, especially when we're together. I use these books and I love them. So like as I'm setting up for my guided reading group at my back table, they're reading through the book and they're trying to read all their sight words, whatever sight word list they're on. But because we're virtual, what I do is I've got kids that are still on the purple words, and this is a lot to look at. So what I'll do, instead of showing them the whole screen, I'm on Zoom, I'll do the advanced setting to share. Whenever I hit share screen, I'll hit advanced, and then I can just make it a smaller one. So let me show you what that looks like. So I have shared my screen, I hit the advanced tab, and then I'm just sharing a portion of my screen. So I am just sharing one part of the book. So what I do whenever I'm doing the guided reading groups, whenever it's a group, I'll have them read this together. Or individually, I'll have them take turns even. I am the little. And what I like about these books is it repeats. So it's I am the little, am I little. So you'll see it's repeating itself. And so they're seeing it over and over again. Then I have them read a phrase. So let me show you what that looks. I'm going to scroll down. So then I have them read a phrase of the book. So they are reading and they'll follow my cursor. I am the little, am I am the, I am little. So on, say, Tuesday, they are reading 1 and 2. And then on Thursday, they'll read 3 and 4. And then on Friday, they'll read it again if they still need to, but I'll usually test them and see if they need to move up to the next book or not. I will link this product in my description underneath this video, but it has all the different sight words that we use in kindergarten, and they go through the rainbow. So we start at purple and we end on red. The goal is for all kindergartners to be able to read all these words by the end of kindergarten. So they start at purple. My students were a little bit slower this year because we're virtual. So I have some students that are still in purple, and then I have some that are in the blue words, and then I have some that have moved on to the green words, and then I think I have like maybe 2 that's moved into the yellow words, and they just get harder as they go. So now let's talk about what we do after we go over our sight words, and we might even do some different activities to build those words if necessary, but our time is so limited, we try to squeeze in as much as we can in that little bit of time. I'm using, for my books, our district really doesn't have a reading program. The last one they got was the Reading Street, so I have used these. They're okay. They have the Decodables, and I like that it's decodable. I get frustrated with some books, and I know some people disagree with me on this. I get frustrated with some books that are not decodable because I want the students to be able to figure out how to read. I want them to have the sight words in it that they need to learn, but I also want them to be able to decode the books. So these are okay, these ones from Reading Street. I've also got this through Donors Choose. I've seen it before when I worked at a private school, and I really liked this set. This is from Primary Phonics, and what I'll do is I took a picture of each page. I could do a document camera and AirPlay, but sometimes my AirPlay doesn't work, and that always seems to happen, and then it's so frustrating. You only have so much time and your AirPlay doesn't work. So what I've done is I'll take pictures of the book, and then I'll share my screen and we go through the book together. Let me show you what that looks like. Okay, I'm going to show you a couple of ways that you could use this. So like I said, I take a picture of the book and I talk about it. These have the things we can focus on and the sight words that are in this book. I've made my cursor bigger so the students can see it as we slide along through the pages. What I also like now, I'm in PowerPoint about this, is especially when we get to, I have students that are reading 2-vowel words, is I can get that pen down on the bottom side. I can underline the sight words that they need to know that are in the book. Okay, you know what this word is. I could circle the words that we need to focus on, or if I need to code the word, I can code the word with the pen. Another thing that I've done that I like about this is I did make the cursor bigger so that they can see it. My cursor does go away if I stay still too long, so I have to try to keep them moving as we go, or I can cover up. Okay, well, let's do the blend first, then add the ending, so I could even use my big cursor to cover up letters like tab. So that also is another way I use the cursor. Now you'll see I have a highlighting box down here, and let me show you how I use that. Hold on. So now I am sharing, and I'm just sharing a portion of my screen. So again, to get the portion of your screen, you will go to share your screen, hit the advanced tab instead of the basic, and you'll see portion of screen, and then you can size the box to fit what you want to show on your screen. So you'll see that my mouse is now looking like this. It's because I am actually not on slideshow. I am in PowerPoint still where I can edit. But the reason I want to do this is because I have students that get overwhelmed by the amount of words on a page. So you might even want to highlight, okay, we're just going to read the purple right now. So, because they'll get overwhelmed and look at all the words and get frustrated. And unfortunately, we're not there with them to calm them down, like we would normally be able to. So I do like sometimes using a highlighting box for those students that struggle with that problem. There are a lot of great books out there that you can use in your guided reading. I do recommend doing the Decodable books for the kindergartners who are still just learning to sound out the words and finding those words. When they have hard words like he sat at the table, they're not going to be able to sound out table. It's too complicated. So I like the Decodable books. I want to show you something I created for my students that covers the sight words and it's decodable. So this is one of my decodable readers for the purple words. So it's the first sight word list. And you'll see that I have a sight word list. We can go over the words that are going to be in the book that they need to know and learn to pass their purple sight words. Then when they get into the book, you'll see that they have, I'm going to get my pen because I like to use that pen. We have one purple word right there and one purple word right there. I and am. So the only word they're going to have to sound out and decode is John. And we've been working on blending sounds, j, ah, n, and it makes it a little bit easier that it's only that one word. And it makes them feel successful whenever they're using those purple words that they've been practicing and seeing it in a book. And so here I have, look at all of these rainbow words. I have I, have, a, and little. The only word they have to decode is pig. And so that, again, makes them feel successful. So I like these readers, and they're available in my store. I'll put a link in the bottom. So like this is just, and there is 6 books in the purple decodable pack, and then 8 in the blue and in the green. I am still working on the yellow, orange, and red. So it's growing. It'll be a growing bundle in there. So you can see they'll just read through the book. And then here's a sample of one of the blue books, Lynn and Jill. And here's the sight word list of all the words that they're going to need to know in this book. And these are from the blue sight word list. And so you'll see it has some of the purple words, and then it's added some of the blue words. I am Lynn. I see a pup. I see Jill. She is with the pup. I like the pup. He is up on me. I put the pup in the box. The pup is sad in the box. We get the pup. We can run with the pup. So in the blue words, I have 8 readers that go with the blue words because it has more words that they need to learn. And then the green has 8 books as well. So like I said, I will link that in the description, but there's a lot of great books. I do recommend the Decodables though, any kind of decodable book, because you want the kids to learn how to sound out those words and feel confident in them. And I also said this is a good set I got from Amazon. I got the big pack, but I think you can get just the red, which is I think 6 books for I think maybe 20 bucks. I hope that helps you guys with your guided reading this year. It is very much a struggle for everyone. So don't feel like you are the only one struggling with trying to get your students to read and be where your students last year were, because they're not going to be the same as your students last year, and it's not the same experience. Just be patient with them, be patient with yourself. And I hope that helps. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment below, and I will try to get back to you if I know the answer. Thanks.